Hi everyone. Well, it's time to open up door number 8 of our Crafty Advent calendar from Spellbinders. So let's find this door. Sometimes it can be hard to spot, but here it is. So let's see what we're going to be creating with today. Ooh, and we have another die set. This one is a cute heart. Looks like there's 2 dies to this. Let me pull out my scissors here so I can take it out of the plastic. And it looks like we have an outline heart and then an inner piece to it that cuts out like a rainbow inside the heart. So that is so pretty. So of course, for this card, I had to create a rainbow heart. And I used lots of different colors of Spellbinders heavyweight cardstock. And we'll start with the base piece. And this is a light pink. It's called Pink Sand. And I cut out the outline with, of course, just some white cardstock. So I find if you put this first piece in place perfectly, then all of the others are really easy to place just by butting them up against each other. And then it will form a perfectly shaped heart. Okay, so our focal piece is ready to go. Let me show you a close-up look at this. You could cut it all out with white cardstock and ink blend over it as well if you'd like. I cut out a panel of fruit punch with one of the postage edge dies. I use these a lot lately. I'm just kind of obsessed with them. And I'm going to stamp out the sentiment that says, "Love you." The sentiment comes from a stamp set that was in one of their monthly kits. I'll link to it if it's still available. And I'll ink it up with some some black onyx VersaFine ink. On the base of the heart, I'm going to use a teeny tiny sentiment that just says, "I heart you." And this sentiment comes from a previous Clear Stamp and Die of the Month club from last February, or was it January? I'll link to that as well. I'm just going to tack this into place. And then I can stamp out the sentiment. And I'll stamp this out with more of the black ink. It's just a perfect little spot for a sentiment. So let's pull this panel out of the MISTI. And I want to pop up this heart with some foam squares. So I'm going to gently peel it off of the card front and add a bunch of foam squares behind it. I want to give this heart a little bit of dimension. Then I can peel off the release paper and situate this under the "Love You" sentiment. Just trying to line this up perfectly in the center of this panel. There we go. So let's press it into place. And then I will put this onto a white card base. And the white of the card base will mat this panel. That coordinates really well with the white around the heart. I added some poppy red pearls on this panel. And I pulled out my white gel pen just to highlight the heart a little bit on the top right corner. I hope you enjoyed today's project. This was a really fun one to create. I'll have links in the description box below if you're interested in checking out some of the products that I used to create this card. Take care, my crafty friends. Bye.